This is where our KEMROC attachments were supposed to be delivered last Thursday. However, they are not. We're leaving the Black Rock mine. Now we're going to go find our cutters. We are in the middle of nowhere. This is where the GPS says to go. Not where I expected to be this morning, but here I am in the Grand Canyon National Park, looking for a pair of cutters. Welcome to day 2 out here in the desert. Been up pretty early this morning. The time change has got my sleep pattern a little wonky, but that's to be expected. But I have made it to the rendezvous point with the world famous, apparently, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. And I'm very much looking forward to meeting these cats. They sound interesting. I've just confirmed with their lead that I am in the right spot. And of course, I'm here early because what else am I going to do? But the interesting thing is that I'm actually looking at the quarry where we are supposed to be having our demonstration tomorrow. This fellow drove right by it. I mean, literally within eyesight of it. So it's going to be interesting to see if that truck driver is here and what his story is. But we don't look backwards, we look forwards. So hopefully we'll get these things out of the desert today, get them over into our clients' hands, get them put on the machines, and tomorrow we'll be cutting gypsum with any luck. Stay tuned. So I was texting with Colin. I sent him my location just to make sure that I didn't miss him. And he said, just meet me where I met you last time. And I knew immediately that the boy was probably talking to a lot of people, and he just didn't realize who he was talking to because I've never met him. So just as I was about to respond, he comes back and says, oh, sorry, I've been communicating with 3 people. To which I said, happy Monday. Pardon me 1 minute. Well, anyway, here's the reason for the update. There's a little black road tractor in one of those pictures that we have of where our load is stranded. And I think that's him right there. There certainly is a lot going out here. It's very busy. All right, here's an update. I have successfully made contact with Matt's Off-Road Recovery team and the truck driver, and we're heading off into the high desert of northern Arizona to get my stuff back. So, more to come. Just some thoughts as we drive out here into the middle of the desert. This place is beautiful. I mean, it's rugged. It's pretty unbelievable, but I can pretty much tell you it's also freaking deadly. There's no cell service. If I die out here, the only evidence of my last hours are going to be with somebody finds this camera. Luckily, wasn't born yesterday, so I brought a case of water and stopped at my favorite Jimmy John's this morning and got a sandwich for lunch, since the only way to eat dinner out here is to kill it. And unfortunately, I have no gun and no knife, and I really don't want to have to make fire. So Jimmy John's is just going to have to cut it. All right, more later. The lead dust cloud up there is Matt's Off-Road Recovery. And you can see the truck in front of me. This place is wide open, man. All right, here's a little update on our progress to find the cutters. Boy gave me a set of coordinates, and that's what we set our GPS to, and we were 1.5 miles from that point when they stopped and took a right off of the county road. Now, county road, that's we got a little bit different idea about county roads on the eastern half of the country, but whatever. So now we're on a literal pig path out in the middle of the desert. I'm going to turn the camera around here and let you see. There's no way in hell that I would have found this by myself. Just another adventure. Yeah, you're good. This should be fun. Okay, so Matt's off-road recovery team has just unloaded their battle wagon, as seen on TV. You're taking off. They've given me a little bit of feedback on the trucking company that wasn't swell, but that's for another time and place, right? So anyway, off we go. Hopefully the next video will be us hooking up to that beast and getting it out of the desert. I still can't believe this truck driver came all the way back here. We've been through 4 cattle gates so far that he had to open. I don't know what to say. I just don't know. After about 5 or 6 miles of driving through that pig path and opening up 5 different cattle gates, we circled back and hit the main road. And we're actually going where I was yesterday. I'm flabbergasted, folks. At last, I can see our cutters. If I didn't laugh, I would cry. The guy driving this truck has got balls made of pure titanium. I do question his common sense, though. False alarm. It's an old abandoned tanker trailer I saw off in the distance. We're still driving through the wilderness.
One eternity later.
Now I see him. All right, I've been hearing a lot about this famous Arizona strip, and it seems to live up to all the jokes that I've been hearing, but here's our cutter. All right, guys, I'm here with the team from Matt's Off-Road Recovery.
Yes, sir.
This is Colin and his team. Yep.
Brett and Dylan with me today.
Got a camera and a drone.
There we go.
We're gonna do it.
All right, I asked you this a minute ago, Colin, but tell me one more time, what is it that's so about the Arizona strip? You're not the first person that's told me to come with caution.
So it's just a really desolate place. I don't remember exactly. It's like top 5 most desolate places in the United States, I think. We might have to get a rope out. But it's pretty crazy. There's roads out here that haven't been driven in 5 years. It's nuts.
That's crazy. Well, good luck to you and your team, and we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, hopefully it goes good.
Pickle on this one, boy. And then I even got way over there trying to do it, and I was afraid I was gonna go off the edge. I tried to do it up there, and of course I didn't want to flip the whole trailer.
Yeah, there's only 16,000 pounds sitting up there.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've kind of monkeyed around here and got a game plan, cleared some rocks out of the way. I definitely don't want to change a tire out here. We're getting ready to hook this big yellow monster up to it and pull him out. More to come.
Straighten up! Coming hard! Guys, straighten up! Stop real quick! Alright, keep following the road just like that. Follow it around. Follow it hard right. Hard right.
Well, that couldn't have gone any easier. They didn't even have to hook up, pull him. He backed right out. But having 4 other sets of eyes around to make sure you don't run over a boulder or pop a tire on one of these deadly damn cactuses I've been running into out here. They're gnarly. Truck's on the move. I'm gonna try to get ahead of him. He obviously doesn't have a very good sense of direction, so I'm going to lead him to the quarry. More later. Well, we have successfully pulled the cutters back onto the main road. Now, that's being very generous calling this a main road, but It's a whole heck of a lot better than where this little boy went with our cutters. I'm still processing this, so it might take me a little time, but the boys from Matt's Off-Road Recovery are good people. They know what they're doing, and I highly recommend them if you get stuck out in the Arizona Strip with no way out. So I'm still about 32 miles out in the Arizona Strip. The trucker is behind me, successfully on, again, a very rough county road, but a road nonetheless. But I've been trying to process this. I mean, this is where this cat went blows my mind, no doubt. But I've had my own problems out here. You know, the satellite pins, GPS pins, they don't seem to work. And quite frankly, yesterday when I was on the way out here, one of mine moved. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and hear me out here. You know, I've read a lot of books about Area 51. My wife is convinced Bigfoot is real. I've heard some strange shit in the woods at night by myself. Now, I'm not saying anything or making any claims here, but it's weird, dude. I mean, we are awfully close to Area 51. Stew on that for a bit. Here's a little more context on what I said a little while ago about the navigational pins or location pins being a little wonky out here. So it seemed weird to me when we started this adventure several weeks ago that we kept trying to get an address from my client so that we knew where to ship the cutters. Well, turns out they don't have a physical address. Now, I questioned Derek. I said, Derek, that can't be right. They've got a damned address, surely. Well, once I drove out here, I figured out why not. There are no roads to get there. They're just gravel paths. But I've been thinking about this poor driver and how he got off the road, and when you see where he went, I mean, it's amazing the guy didn't get in more trouble than he did, to be very honest with you. But this morning, Matt's off-road crew gave me a location, and it was the location where they said they had physically gone and laid hands on the load. Well, I drove out there following them out this morning, and it turns out that we turned off the main road a mile and a half before my GPS on the car said that we were going to reach the destination. Well, if that poor truck driver was going on just a pin that his bosses had sent him with no physical address, it's very evident to me that the GPSs out here go a little haywire because, you know, there's about 6 different cattle paths, I would call them, that would have gone to the same spot. And who knows if your map's going to take you the same way every time. So, what about my claim about being a little close to Area 51? I don't know. I mean, shit happens, I guess. But I'm telling you, I've had 2 people, when they mentioned the Arizona Strip, they mentioned it with a mixture of awe and disdain, I would say. This place is weird out here now. You can get lost in a hurry. So, anyway, just random thoughts as I'm driving back through the wilderness, trying to get back to my job.